You tune into the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. Listen, people, go by AskTheIceman.com and contribute to the Urban Revitalization Project. We only got 1 day left. Come on, man. Stop being full of shit. Go by AskTheIceman.com and contribute $10, $15, $20, $25 today. Look, let me explain something to you. If you want to have your own corner of the earth, you're going to have to pay for it. Corporate America is going after the black neighborhoods with a vengeance. If you don't believe me, look at CNBC. Wall Street is coming after the black community. And they're buying up property like you wouldn't believe, and they're moving black people's sorry asses out of the hood. If you don't believe me, look at Detroit. Look at Philly. They're doing it in LA as well. They've already done it in Harlem. If you talk to anybody that lives in New York, they'll tell you that there's a bunch of white people in Harlem now. So you can go ahead and consider me to be the devil if you want to, or you can do your own research and pay attention to what's really going on. But contribute something today, man, to the Urban Revitalization Project. Black people, we got to pay for our own freedom. Nobody's going to give you anything. Stop being cheap and sorry. And stop being selfish. I get all these Negroes that come by my videos and talking about all black, ICE, brothers got to do this, brothers got to do that, and all of it. And these niggas claim they got their own businesses, and yet they ain't contribute 5 cents to any of the programs I've posted on AskTheIceman.com. You so pro-black, you so all about black folks and black men and all this nonsense, but you ain't contributed 5 cents to none of my initiatives. So you got a chance to stop being fake. Black folks love to talk a good game, but don't want to pay for it. But contribute something today to the Urban Revitalization Project at AskTheIceman.com. Somebody sent me a link to an article about how regular white people who used to be able to afford to live in downtown Detroit are now finding themselves priced out of the market. They might have been paying $700 a month for an apartment last year, and now some Wall Street companies are buying these buildings and refurbishing them and then jacking the rent up. Sometimes triple the rent of what it was before. So if you guys think this is a game, do you guys think I'm just making this up to get you to contribute money? Go right ahead. It's no big deal. But don't say nothing when you and your mama and your grandmama don't have no place to live. The hood is going to become closed to black folks. What they are doing is they are relocating the hood to the suburbs because white people are getting tired of driving from the suburbs down to the city for their jobs and to their offices. So what they're doing is they're buying up the hood and they're moving your black ass out of there. Mental health, unfortunately, with black people is something that black people don't find to be important. I have had countless brothers and sisters over the years since I've been on the air send me messages and tell me that, Ice, when are you going to talk about mental health in the black community? And I said, in due time, we'll talk about it. And one brother finally sent me a message, and he said, Ice, there's so many brothers and sisters who need mental health. And you need to talk about this stuff. When are you going to talk about mental health? And this one guy proceeded to tell me or explain to me that he suffered from depression and that he felt that I needed to speak on it. And that I needed to talk about why we need mental health in the black community. I explained to him that the reason why mental health seems like it's not important in the black community is because black people don't mind suffering. Black people don't mind suffering. Black people have gotten used to suffering. And to a lot of black people, that's okay. We're headed to Portland, Oregon. Okay? So, some people, some black folk just don't think, they don't think it's important that we get help. They don't think we need help. And he said, man, I've had really bad counselors, white women, usually white women who just didn't understand me as a black man. And I knew sooner or later I was going to have to pay for mental health with you. And I said, hey, brother, I'll try to help you as best I can. One thing that I stress to all my mental health clients is that I'm a black man in America just like you, and I understand your struggles. And everything we discuss is confidential. I don't discuss your business with anybody. Nobody has the legal right to extract information about you from me. And what I stress to these individuals also is that I care about your well-being, and I'm going to help you move forward. Whether it's life coaching, you need help figuring out what you're going to do with your life. If you're a convicted felon, I can help you. Matter of fact, I got a program right now where we work with convicted felons and we help them put their lives together. And the good thing about it is, back up in Minneapolis where my office is, these brothers and sisters are interested in changing their lives. You know, if I know I have a couple clients who were drug addicted, and that fueled their criminal behavior. And now that they're not on drugs and they've done their time in prison, they're like, hey man, hey ICE, I ain't going back. And so these individuals, even with their felonies on their records, they come in and talk to one of my therapists, and you know, we don't charge them anything because we get reimbursed from the government. So when these brothers and sisters come to us, what we do is give them solutions. We don't give them a bunch of useless nonsense that they can't use. We give them information they can use to improve their lives. And these men and women thrive because of it. And when they first come to us, they feel like a lot of you feel who are convicted felons. They come to us and say, ICE, there's no way you can help me put my life together. And after 6 months of coming in there speaking to well, obviously I'm not there, but I have therapists who are my mouthpiece. If they don't speak the same language that I speak, they don't work for me. These therapists are interested in changing lives, and that's why I hired them. And so 6 months later, they're not talking the same nonsense. I have helped some of these convicted felons open businesses. Our staff has helped them open businesses. They're like, man, I had no hope when I first came to you. Now I have all the hope in the world because you show me that I have talent and that I'm educated even though I don't have a college degree, and that I have skills. Matter of fact, the last client that I helped, he has a landscaping business and a snow removal business. He went out and first thing he did is he went out and bought an old truck, and he bought a couple lawnmowers, and he just did all the work for himself until he could hire other guys to do the work for him. Now during the wintertime, he drives around and he said, man, I'll go and remove snow from somebody's porch for $10. I got a brand new snow blower, or I'll do it myself to get the exercise. But the last time I flew up to Minneapolis, I got a chance to meet him. I told him, you know, can you come by the office so I can meet you personally? Because I've never met him, but he's been a client of my agency. And you know, he's a great guy, man. I got black women who used to be crackheads and prostitutes who are out here doing their own thing. We helped them get into cosmetology school, or we helped them do other things. And they're doing good now. They're thriving. But they're not like a lot of you. They're not sitting around making excuses, and they're not still out here trying to commit crime on the low. They have totally turned their lives around, and they're not in the church. Okay? Most of these guys are not in the church. They're not talking that Christian bullshit. Because that's one thing my business does not do. We don't promote Christianity. We don't promote any religion. But mental health mental health is not always about mental disorders. Sometimes it's about just just having somebody listen to you that cares. Sometimes it's just about somebody sitting across from you, looking you in the eye, saying, yeah, I understand, and I am invested in what you say, and I want to help you change your life. Sometimes that's all these people need. They don't necessarily need psychotherapy. But those of you who think I got a problem with you because you went to jail, I don't have a problem with you because I help guys like you every day. Or at least my agency does. But black people, we need mental health. If you don't get help from at AskTheIceman.com from me, then get help from somebody else. Go see a counselor if so you can get your mental health to a functioning level where you can thrive in life. Most of you guys who listen to my videos, you're not thriving. Just because you have a job does not mean you're thriving. You need to thrive. Black people need to stop surviving and barely getting by and existing. We need to thrive. And that's something that we are not doing. Don't be afraid to sign up for a psychotherapy session or a life coaching session and find out how I can help you put your life together. Or if you feel like you've hit the wall career-wise, sign up for a phone session and just see how it goes. If you don't feel like this is something you have to have, then don't pay for another session. But at least try it out and see that I know what I'm talking about and that I am a seasoned professional. Mental health should be a requirement in the black neighborhoods, and it's not. White people will pay for mental health services because they know they need it, because a lot of them do have mental disorders due to genetics. I'm not trying to put white people down, I'm just telling the truth. But I'm glad this young brother is getting the psychotherapy that he needs, and he said, man, my life has improved greatly. He said, man, I used to didn't socialize with other people, Ice. Now I'm out socializing. I go to bars now. I'll sit and talk to people I don't even know. I used to didn't do that until I started getting therapy, because I had a low opinion of myself, just like a lot of black men. So go by AskTheIceman.com and sign up for a psychotherapy session or sign up for a maintenance session so that you get your life together, man. The Iceman is the real deal when it comes to mental health. I'm not a bullshitter. I believe in helping you, and I tell you right now, every last one of my clients, no matter what stage they're at, I care about every last one of my clients. And I care that they are in mental and emotional turmoil. And once they get in a session with me one time, they's like, man, you cared. That's the one thing I love about the Iceman. Man, you care about people. You ain't just sitting here just talking a bunch of nonsense. I can tell, I can look in your eye and I can see that you care about what happens to me. And I do. I care about every last one of my clients, whether it be business consulting clients or my mental health clients. I care about every last one of them, veteran or non-veteran, disabled vet or regular vet. It doesn't matter. I care about every last one of my clients. So go by AskTheIceman.com. Remember, we got 1 day left, ladies and gentlemen, to contribute to the Urban Revitalization Project. Go by AskTheIceman.com and contribute $10, man. Come on, man. Stop bullshitting. You want to make a difference? Here's your chance. Go to AskTheIceman.com and check and contribute today to the Urban Revitalization Project. You tune into the Iceman Show. I'm your host, the Iceman. Holler at your boy.